Hello friends, welcome to my online lecture. This is lecture number 2 of phase equilibrium. In the last lecture we discussed about the introduction of phase equilibrium and already we defined some terminologies used in the phase equilibrium such as system, uh, phase, component and degree of freedom. Okay, let me see some more concepts regarding the phase equilibrium in this lecture. In this video, we are going to see degree of freedom, phase rule, phase diagram of water system. That is one component of phase diagram, that is water system. Degree of freedom. Here the degree of freedom already we discussed in the previous lecture, but still here I would like to revise because degree of freedom is very important concept which we are going to understand in this phase equilibrium or phase diagram as well as phase rule also. What is the degree of freedom? Already we know that the minimum number of intensive variables which must be fixed in order to define the remaining intensive variables of the system is called as the degree of freedom of the system. Means very simple, degree of freedom is nothing but the certain intensive variable such as pressure is there, temperature is there, concentration is there, density is there, some other intensive variables, they may affect on the equilibrium. Okay, so which we would like to find the which how many variables which are effects on the state of equilibrium, that is nothing but the degrees of freedom. Okay, that is minimum number of intensive variables that we have to be find out or describe, that is the degrees of the freedom, that is nothing but the F. So here for example, if a system of any equilibrium for a water system, for one component water system, ice is converted into the liquid and that is water is converted into the again the liquid gaseous phase, that is gas phase of the vapors. In such a system, ice can be in equilibrium with the water can be in equilibrium with the gases at a certain equilibrium state. Which variables are effects on that equilibrium, that is nothing but the degree of a freedom. For example, if a degree of freedom, it may be of a 0, it may be of a 1, it may be of 2, it may be of 3, like they are also called as, if a degree of freedom f is equal to the value of f, that is degree of freedom is equal to the 0, that becomes the non-variant or invariant, means that equilibrium is independent on these intensive variables. Okay, if a degree of freedom is 1, we can say that that is a monovariant, means that state of equilibrium, it can be vary with the one of the variable, maybe of a pressure, maybe of a temperature, maybe of a concentration, of any variable that can be vary of that state of equilibrium with respect to the one of the variable for monovariant. Likewise, if degree of freedom of such system is bivariant, so we can say that that state of equilibrium, it can be vary with the two variables, maybe of a pressure, maybe of a temperature, or maybe of a concentration, means any two variables can be vary that state of equilibrium. So that is called as a degree of freedom of that state of a system which having the 2 as the degree of freedom, means that is a bivariant, maybe like a trivariant system. So degree of freedom is very important concept regarding this phase equilibrium or a phase rule or phase diagram. So for a system, degree of freedoms we can calculate, that is indicated by the F. It can be calculated with the help of phase rule that we are going to see in the further next slide. Next is phase rule. What is the phase rule? Phase rule, which is stated by J.W. Gibbs, he has provided certain a general relationship between degrees of freedom of a system at equilibrium with component as well as the phases of that system present. Means what? For example, the degree of freedom, already we know that it is denoted by the F, and the number of phases we know that that is homogeneous, it can be mechanically separate, that is physically separatable, that is the phases. Already we discussed about the phases. Means for example, if ice is a phase is there, ice converted into the water is converted into the vapors. Here in this system, ice is nothing but the water having the solid phase, that is again liquid phase having the liquid water, and the vapor having the water in the gaseous form. means it having the three different phases of water. Water having the solid phase is the ice, water having the liquid, that is the liquid phase, water having the vapor, that is having the gaseous phase. Means in that state of equilibrium, that is the Gibbs, he has provided a relationship, general relationship between degree of freedom, that is F, at of a state of equilibrium, the number of phases, that is P, that is phases are indicated by the P, and components. What are the components? Components are the, that is minimum chemical species present in that system, that is C. You already studied in the previous lecture, present in the system. So we can say here the phase rule, it was stated by the J.W. Gibbs. He has provided a relationship between degree of freedom of a system at equilibrium and the number of phases with component in that component present in that system. So it is, here we can say F is equal to, he has given a mathematical relation, F is equal to C minus P plus 2. Here this is very important relation, here we can see, okay, here you can see very important relation, F is equal to C minus P plus 2. So the rule can be stated as, the provided the equilibrium between the phases is not influenced by the gravitational, electrical and magnetic field, but it is influenced by only temperature, pressure, concentration and other number of degrees of freedom of the system. Means very simple. If a system, for example, if I take the example of the same example of the water, that is ice, here ice is in the, water is in solid, liquid water as well as the vapors, means solid, liquid and the gases, three different phases we can say. So this system is only influenced by temperature, pressure and the concentration, not only by the gravitational, electrical and the magnetic fields. Therefore the phase rule is related, it gives the relationship between degree of freedom with phases and component of the system. So here the degree of freedom can be calculated with a phase rule, that is a relation is given by the J.W. Gibbs. He has given a very mathematical, important mathematical relation, F is equal to C minus P plus 2. You have to remember here the F is the degree of freedom. What are the degree of freedom? Degree of freedoms are nothing but the, that is intensive variables which affects on the state of at equilibrium, that whether the state of equilibrium can be varies or not, means the independent intensive variables are nothing but the degree of freedom. Here C is the component of the system, P is the phases of the system and 2 is the, it's a numerical value. Here F is equal to C minus P plus 2. With this statement, with this mathematical equation, we can calculate the degree of a freedom. As I told you, if a degree of a freedom, you will get the value is equal to 0, that is F is equal to 0, that is degree of freedom is equal to 0, that is non-variant or invariant, means it is independent on all the intensive variables like temperature, pressure, concentration, it is independent. But if F is equal to, that is degree of freedom, F is equal to 1, you will get 1, that is a monovariant, means that state of equilibrium which is independent, at least one of the variable, maybe of a pressure, maybe of a temperature, maybe of a concentration of that system which is in the state of a equilibrium. Let me see. So these are some examples. Here I taken the how the degree of freedoms can be calculated. For here we can see one of the system. Here I taken water into the vapor, means here water is in the liquid state, vapor is the gaseous state. Number of phases present in this system are 2, because water is the one state, vapor is the one state. Here it is the liquid state, here it is the gaseous state. Number of phases, how many phases are the 2? But number of component, how many? Only the one component, because water is represented as H2O and vapor of steam, that is also represented as the H2O, means only the one component is present in the this phase as well as this phase. So the component of this water to vapor equilibrium component is the one, but phases are the different. Here it is the water phase, here it is the gaseous phase. So therefore phases are the 2 and the component are the 1. If we calculate the using the formula of F is equal to C minus P plus 2. Here what is the C? C is the component. How many components are present? Component is the 1. Okay. And what is the 2? 2 is the phases, as I told you. That is what is formula, F is equal to C minus P plus 2. This 2 is the common. This is the standard value. This is the mathematical value. This 2 is the mathematical value. but in this case f is equal to, that is degree of freedom, is equal to 1. What is the 1? 1 is the component is the 1, and what is the 2? 2 is the phases. 1 minus 2 plus 2. So if you calculate, if you simplify this equation, what you will get? You will get f is equal to 1. It means what? As I told you, if f is equal to 1, it means that this state of equilibrium, which may be affects, it may be varies with respect to pressure or a temperature. Means at least we can vary one of the intensive variable, that is one of the variable, maybe of a pressure, maybe of a temperature. This is understood by the degree of freedom. This, try to understand what I am telling here. Degree of freedom f is equal to whether the intensive variable which affects on the state of equilibrium, it gives the exactly the position, state of that equilibrium, which system is present in which state, whether it is, you can say whether it affects which state of that variable it can be affect. Here water to vapor, here it is the liquid phase, here it is the gaseous phase. Phases are the 2, component is the 1, because here also H2O, here also H2O, component is only the 1. The degree of freedom you can calculate, f is equal to 1 minus 2 plus 2, you will get the 1. Means what? F equal to 1, that is nothing but the degree of freedom of this water to vapor system is equal to 1. Means that system state of equilibrium which may affect, which may varies, maybe of one of the intensive variable, maybe of a pressure, maybe of a temperature, that indicates. Here we can see one more thing. Here calcium carbonate 2, it gives calcium carbonate in the solid phase, it gives it is in the equilibrium with calcium oxide plus carbon dioxide. Here also we can see number of phases, how here calcium carbonate is the one solid phase, here calcium oxide is the one solid phase, carbon dioxide is one of the gaseous phase. Phases are the 3, but components are only the 2. Components are only the 2 we can calculate. Only we have the 2 components. So that is, here we can see 2 components. With the help of this we can calculate f is equal to, that is components are the 2, that is phases are the 3 plus 2. Again you will get what you will get? You will get here, this is after simplifying plus 2 plus 2, 4 minus 3, you will get the 1. Again this state of equilibrium may be affected by the one of the variable, maybe of a pressure or maybe of a temperature. So likewise here we can see one more of the very important, that is fourth one. Ice is in equilibrium with water, and water is further in equilibrium with the vapor. Here number of phases again 3, ice, water and the vapor. But component, only the one component is there. Ice, water and vapor having the only one of the component, that is water, that is H2O. Component is the one. If you calculate the degree of freedom of this state of equilibrium, f is equal to 1 minus 3. What is the 1? 1 is the component, 3 is the phases, plus 2, you will get the 0. So it is independent. What is the 0? Degree of freedom is 0, means here in this case, this state of equilibrium which cannot affect any type of the variable, means it is independent of that variable, means the variable, there is no need to variable of such state of equilibrium. Likewise this f indicates the state of equilibrium. What is the state of that equilibrium? Whether it is the equilibrium is in which state, that indicates, that is 0 is equal to the invariant or non-variant of the state of equilibrium for this ice to water, water to vapor. I hope you are understood the degree of freedom of this situation. Next is phase diagram. As we know, just it is a phase diagram, means what it indicates? A diagram which depicts the condition of equilibrium between various phases of a substance is called as the phase diagram or equilibrium diagram. Just we have to put it a equilibrium condition, where this diagram indicates the conditions of equilibrium between various phases. Suppose a system is there, ice to water, water to vapor. This is a system where all these systems of a phases are represented in a schematically, that is condition of equilibrium between the various phases of a substance is called as, in a diagrammatic way, is called as the phase diagram or equilibrium diagram. That we are going to see one by one. First we are going to see one component of phase diagram, and then we are going to see some other examples. Let me see here, this is very important water system having the one component water system, one component system. This is called as the one component system, where water system is called as the one component system. Then we are going to see here the phase diagram of this water system. In this phase diagram we are going to study the different points triple point, curves, area under the curve, everything which we are going to study in this water system. Here this is called as the phase diagram of water. First try to understand water is a system having the one component system. Just we discussed previously, ice is converted into the water, water is converted into the vapor. So these things are here, ice is in the solid phase, water is in the liquid phase, and further vapor is in the gaseous phase. So these three are at a certain point at an equilibrium. Such a point is called as the triple point. So these things we are going to study in this phase diagram of water system. First try to understand this phase diagram of water system. Here we can see here pressure is on x-axis and pressure is on y-axis and temperature is on x-axis. First try to understand the diagram first. Here very important, because once you understand the phase diagram of water, then further we are very easy to understand the phase diagram of carbon dioxide, phase diagram of the sulfur, that we are going to study in the further lectures. So here pressure is plotted on the x-axis and the temperature is plotted on the pressure is plotted on the y-axis and temperature is plotted on the x-axis. So here we can say the in this present discussion, the temperature is minus 20 degrees Celsius and pressure is below 200 atmospheric pressure. As we know that here there is a line of 1 atmosphere pressure, and again 220 is a high pressure, 1 atmosphere pressure, that's below again 4.858 atmospheric pressure. So likewise here we can say where this is temperature is on x-axis. So the graph we can say there are three different types of curves we can see here. That is, here three curves are meet at a point, that is called as the O. Here point is indicated O, that is called as the triple point. This is called as very important thing. This is called as the triple point. Here it is the points are denoted as the A. Here it is the below curve. Here it is the above curve. Here it is again top curve. Here it is A. The three points are intersect point are called as the O, that is known as the triple point. Here curves are AO, OB and the OC. This is the one curve. And here in this sketch try to understand here this area means AOC. Here in this area see here in this area hold the liquid which is in the form of the ice. Hold this is in the form of the ice. Here COB in this area, in this situation, see try to observe about my pointer. In this area this is whole the system which is in the water, that is in the liquid phase. But here in this AOB in this area the whole of a water which is in the vapor phase, that is in the gaseous phase, that is in the gaseous phase. But here try to understand what is the system at OA, how it is in the points on the curve, that is OC and the OB and the OA. So these if you point out the point on the this line, solid line, here the ice and water are in the equilibrium on this solid line. If I take any point of this solid line, here it indicates that if you take any of solid line, this indicates that ice and water are in the equilibrium. Here this you can take OB, any curve. If you take up the curve of OB, these water and the vapors are in the equilibrium on this solid line. See, if you take any point of this solid line, they are in the equilibrium. If you take OA curve, if the point on OA, this solid line of OA, these are indicates that this vapor, ice and vapors are in the equilibrium. So this is called as the you can say here freezing curve, melting curve, and this is called as the boiling curve, and this is called as the sublimation curve. See, very important. This is we have to discuss about these three areas also, and the area under the curve and the curves of the OC, OA, OB, as well as the triple point. Okay. See, this is the first. Just the diagram is divided to three areas. First, we are going to see description of area. We just told that area first we have to discuss. This is the area, this is the area, and this is the area. The divided into three areas. So that is, see, the left of the curve OC. Here it is OC is there. Here it is the OC, and here it is the OA is there above. Left of this OC curve and above of this OA curve. This is the, as I told, this is the area. This is AOC. AOC, this area is known as the, that is, the water exists completely in the ice form. That is, H2O exists in the ice form, because in this area, see, this is area. But likewise, as I told, BOC, in this area, the water is completely in the liquid form. AOB, under this area, completely the water is in the vapor form. If we find out, it means here this is completely in the a single phase. Means ice means only in the single phase. Here water is only in the single phase. Here vapor is only in the single phase. But these solid lines are very important. Here this under the area of this cover, AOC, BOC, AOB. Here it is a vapor phase, only single phase. Here it is the water phase, only the single phase. All the H2O is in completely liquid form, completely liquid phase. Here it is completely in the solid phase. Here it is completely in the gaseous phase. If we find the degree of a freedom of this area, degree of freedom of this area, degree of freedom of this area, degree of freedom of this area. So how we can calculate the degree of freedom? F is equal to, here I can write, here I can say F is equal to, can I say, what is the formula? C minus P plus, that is P plus 2. So this is the formula. So how we can calculate the degree of freedom? Here how many components are there? C indicates what? Component. For this any area, this you can take this area or this area. What is C? C is the 1. That is 1 is the component of this. Only the one component. H2O is one component. If you can take the ice, that is one component. Water, you can take one component. And phase is the, here you can say phase is the 1, and this is the plus 2. Okay, you are getting my point. So minus 1 plus 1, it will get cancelled, and you will get what? You will get 2. That is degree of a freedom of whether the area under the curve OAC or BOC, or you can take AOB, you can take any area, you will get this value. The degree of freedom, you always get the 2. It indicates that this is the bivariant. These areas are the bivariant. Here you can see, in all the 3 areas, the system is bivariant, and both the pressure and temperature must be specified. Describe this system completely. So what that degree of freedom indicates? In this situation, if you want to find the state of equilibrium, you must know the 2 different variables, pressure and the temperature, where the system is completely specified. Okay, with this indicates the degree of freedom of this curve. Here this is the area under the curve. Try to understand, this is the area under the curve. This is only, why I am taking the component is the 1, component is only 1 water. Why I am taking the P is equal, phase equal to 1? Because in this area completely ice is there. Here also completely water is there. Here also completely vapor is there. Only we have the one phase. Okay, area under this area is only vapor is there. Area under this is only water is there. Area under this only is the ice is there. So therefore, here we calculate the degree of freedom of this situation. That is area under the curve, below the curve. Area description of this curve indicates the degree of freedom is 2. That indicates the system must be specified to describe the at least 2 variables. That is bivariant system is there under area under the curve, which may be of AOC, that is under ice phase, COB under water, and AOB in a vapor phase. Next, so this is the curve. As I told, the curve now comes to the curve. If you, this is the curve. As I told, curve. What are the curve? AO curve, OC curve, and the OB curve. As we find out, this is the curve. Curve, what it indicates? As I told that here it is the ice. This phase is the ice. This phase is the vapor. But on the point, the curve. If I take a point on this curve of a solid line, if I want to find out the degree of freedom of this point on A, what this solid line indicates? Solid line indicates that this ice as well as vapor of AO is in the equilibrium. Are you getting my point? Here this on AO, the solid lines indicating that ice and vapor are in the equilibrium. On OC, ice and water, on this OC, here you can say this on OC, here it indicates they are in a equilibrium. Here these are in a equilibrium of this situation. On OB, again they are in a equilibrium. Here these are two are equilibrium on solid line. This solid indicates. Here OA, So these are in a equilibrium. This indicates. You're getting my point. So these things are in a equilibrium on solid lines. Okay, all the things. OA you will get the equilibrium, OC you will get the equilibrium. So it is informed that intersection of the points which are exist only ice and vapor respectively, as I told OA. The curves represent the sublimation curve of the ice. This curve represent the sublimation curve. Means here the solid can be converted to vapor directly. That is the sublimation curve. Along with the curve, ice exists in equilibrium with the vapor. Okay. It has, if you find whether, if you want to find out the degree of freedom of this point on equilibrium, how we can find out it? Again, F is equal to, we will try to understand, very important here, C plus P, we can write P minus, this is not the T, it is minus, sorry, it is a minus. I will take the eraser. Okay, now come to the pointer. Okay, so C minus P plus 2. So this is the formula. Now try to understand component. How many component is the one? Minus. Phase. Now if I want to find out the specification of this state of equilibrium on this point, here I would like to point this one. So what this point indicates, as I told, this point on solid line indicates they are in the equilibrium. They are in the equilibrium means there are two phases are there. Here it is ice phase is there, here it is the vapor phase. Means the points on a solid line having two. Here we can say here it is the two phases. Why I am writing the two phases? Because the solid line points indicating they are in the equilibrium. Ice and vapor are in the equilibrium of OA curve plus 2. After simplifying, what you will get? You will get the value of 1. Means only here these systems are monovariant. Here we can say these are the monovariant. Here OA curve, here the system is in monovariant, here system is monovariant, and describing completely either pressure or temperature must be specified. Here you would like to specification of this state of equilibrium, you must specify any one of the variable, whether you take pressure or whether you take the temperature. So likewise same thing OB, here also, here both are in equilibrium, you can calculate the same thing. Component is the 1, phases are 2, that is water phase and the vapor phase. What again you will get the 1. If you take same thing line OC also, here OC also, as that here you can see, here you take OC also, here to take the OC also, you will get the same thing. Here ice and water in the equilibrium means again component is the 1, phases are the 2. What you will get? You will get degree of freedom is the 1. So these things are indicating that whether the state of equilibrium on that point, on that equilibrium, they form the monovariant. And one more thing here we can see, the dotted line OD indicates that is of metastable equilibrium between the liquid water and the vapor pressure. Liquid water and the vapor, that is a gaseous, which indicate that is a supercooling solid phase of the system, that is metastable equilibrium. Next is triple point. This is very important point as we going to discuss. That is, first we discussed area under the curve. Area under the curve, that is they are the non-variant, and area on the curve, that is point state of equilibrium on the curve, we seen that is a monovariant. Now whether we can say the triple point, the curves AO, OB and OC intercept at a point O. This is a point is called as a triple point. Here three phases are exist. Water, that is ice, liquid and the vapor. Ice, liquid and the vapor, they coexist with each other at a state of equilibrium. According to the phase rule system, this is the non-variant. What is non-variant? That is invariant. Let me consider. First, that is it is independent on any variable. Here we can see there is no need to specify any one of the variable for that state of equilibrium that indicates the non-variant. Let me calculate the degree of freedom of this point. On this point, F is equal to again C minus P plus 2. Now try to understand. Now what is the component? Component is the one, that is a common, because we have only water molecule. How many phases? What is the P indicates? P indicates the phases. How many phases? Here all are in the equilibrium, state of equilibrium. They coexist with each other. There is a ice phase is there, there is a water phase is there, there is a vapor phase is there, means there is solid phase is there, liquid phase is there, and the gaseous phase is there. that is 3. Phases are how much? 3 plus 2. And what you will get? You will get that is value, that is 0. After simplifying, you will get this 0 value. What this f is equal to 0 indicates? This f is equal to 0. F is equal to 0 indicates it is completely the state of equilibrium at this position is non-variant. Means it can be specified automatically. There is no need to require any variable for specifying that triple point. It is at having the triple point at 4.58 of atmosphere pressure. It is again the temperature is 0.010. These all three states can be in a equilibrium with this point, that is triple point. You are getting my point? Here this point, here this point, that is 4.58 mm. So this is not at ATM, this is the mm. Sorry, this is not ATM. Try to understand this. One atmosphere pressure is nothing but the 760 mm. This is nothing but the 760 mm. This is 7. Here it is mm. One atmospheric pressure is nothing but the 760 mmHg, and it is how much? This is 4.58 mm. This is not atmosphere, this is in the mm. Sorry, here 4.58 mm corresponds to the 0.010 degrees Celsius. That is less than 1. At such a point, here all states are in a coexist in equilibrium. Here with this, the degree of freedom is 0. It is completely non-variant. To specify that state of equilibrium, there is no need to indicate any variable. There is directly we can indicate 4.58 mm of Hg at 0.010 degree of Celsius. It is they all are exist in a exist with each other. So this is called as triple point. Okay. Here you can see this is some summary of this phase diagram. Area under AOC, that is solid phase. Only that area is solid is there. Only COP, that is liquid, is there. Area under this is only the vapor is there. If you calculate the degree of freedom, here f is equal to 2, f is equal to 2, f is equal to 2. As I told that area under the curve, area below the curve, that is the f is equal to 2, that is degree of freedom is 2. It means it can be for that state of equilibrium can be defined with respect to the two variables, maybe of a pressure, maybe of a temperature. And the curve AO, here solid to vapor is there. Here on curve OC, solid to liquid is there. Here on curve OB, liquid to vapor is there. These two are in a equilibrium in such a system. Here we can find out the degree of freedom of that situation. F is equal to 1 means pressure or temperature is needed, that is monovariant for that state of equilibrium. Here it is again f is equal to 1. You may be required pressure or temperature for that specifying that equilibrium. Here also f is equal to 1, that is monovariant. But at metastable curve is also at OD you will get you can find out the degree of freedom f is equal to 1, that is maybe a pressure or temperature, system is the monovariant. But at triple point, this point O is known as a triple point. Here exists three different phases: solid, liquid and the vapor, that is ice, water and the vapor, where f is equal to 0, system is the non-variant or invariant. There is no need to specify the system with respect to any variable, that is completely specified at the triple point, that is 4.58 mm of the Hg of a pressure at 0.010 at the temperature of degree Celsius. Ice, water and the vapors are coexist with each other. Okay. So with this, I hope you understand this water system, phase diagram of water system, degree of freedom. Very important lecture. You please go through the repeat and repeat. Try to watch this video and understand the concept of the this phase diagram as well as system of this equilibrium. Once you clearly understand this state of equilibrium, and you can easily understand the further phase diagram I am going to discuss in the next lecture, that is carbon dioxide and the sulfur. If you like my video, please subscribe my channel and share my channel and press the bell icon button for latest videos notification. Thank you once again.